Although the Calculator Functions class, which you created in Lesson 6.5, works, it could be much easier to use. Rather than setting two properties in order to perform calculations, you could make the numbers into arguments of each of the methods. By using arguments, you can make methods accept values when they are called. You'll change your mathematical methods to use arguments in this lesson. To begin, open the My Project sample file from your Sample Files folder. And open calculatorfunctions.cs. Now remove the first number and second number properties. Since you will be providing these numbers through arguments, they are no longer needed. Some errors appear when you remove the properties, but you'll fix them shortly. Now you're going to change all of the mathematical methods to require arguments. Change the line that starts the add method to public void add double first number, comma, double second number. This code makes the add method ask for two double values, called first number and second number, whenever it is called. Now in the same way, add first number and second number arguments to the subtract, multiply, and divide methods. You can speed this up by copying and pasting. After you've added arguments to all of the methods, all of the errors should disappear. Now, since you've changed the add method to require arguments instead of using properties, you'll need to change how you call it. Open the code behind file of calculator.aspx, and you can see that some of your code is underlined in red because it is no longer valid. Remove all code from the button Calculate Click Event Handler and replace it with the following. Double first number equals convert.toDouble text box first number dot text double second number equals convert.toDouble text box second number dot text. This code creates first number and second number variables containing the numbers that were entered by the user. Now add the following code on the next line. Calculator functions equals new calculator functions. This code creates a new instance of the Calculator Functions class called Functions. Now on the next line, add the code functions.add first number, comma, second number. This code calls the add method using the first number and second number variables as arguments. Now add one more line of code. Label result dot text equals functions dot result dot toString. The majority of the methods in the .NET framework require arguments. Some methods can even accept multiple sets of arguments. This is known as overloading. The toString method is a good example of an overloaded method. You can use toString on its own to turn a value into a string without any arguments. Or you could use toString with an argument of YYYY to convert a datetime variable into a string containing just the year. And finally, you could use yyy and system.globalization.cultureinfo.getcultureinfo frfr to get the year from a date using the French culture. Of course, the French time and date culture is the same as other European formats. When multiple sets of arguments are available, you will see arrows in the IntelliSense menu. You can click on these arrows or use the arrow keys on your keyboard to cycle through the different groups of possible arguments. Creating your own overloaded methods is covered in the Expert Skills course in this series. Now let's test your code. View calculator.aspx in your web browser. Now enter some numbers into the text boxes and click Calculate. The calculation works correctly. Now close your web browser and close Visual Studio. You've now completed Lesson 6.6, Create Methods with Arguments.